The State Bank of Vietnam reviews monetary policy management in first quarter. And we'll find out how Decree 70 improved work permit procedures for foreign workers. In our world news, explosions reported as tensions rise between Iran and Israel.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam, VTV News starts right now.
Good afternoon. It is 3 p.m. local time in Hanoi, and you're watching VTV News. I'm Huyền Trân with the top stories. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính has issued directives to promote and enhance the effectiveness of a digital transformation in the customs sectors. Now, this will boost trading activities, reduce costs, and provide greater convenience for citizens and businesses. It also aims to strengthen state management efficiency. The Ministry of Finance and the General Department of Customs are tasked with reviewing and improving legal policies and upgrading information technology systems to digitize custom documents. The Prime Minister also calls for the improvement of legal documents related to the licensing and inspection of trading goods to detect shortcomings and make suitable amendments promptly. Customs equipment must also be modernized. In addition, the Ministry of Finance and the General Department of Customs are requested to regularly engage in dialogue with citizens and businesses to promptly remove any obstacles. They should also enhance data exchange with partners to promote trading activities. The directives also outline tasks for relevant ministries, sectors, and localities to reduce administrative procedures and compliance costs for citizens and businesses. Credit is beginning to pick up once more, with various tools being utilized to ease exchange rate pressures. The authorities are also ready to increase the supply of gold bullion through gold auctions. These notable updates were shared by the State Bank of Vietnam, or SBV, at a press conference on Friday morning. Now, as of the end of March, credit has risen by 1.34% compared to the end of previous year. This suggests a warming trend in capital flows and demand after a decline in the first 2 months of the year. To maintain exchange rate stability, the SBV has utilized various tools. In March alone, it absorbed over $6.6 billion through treasury bill channels to reduce excess Vietnam dong liquidity in the market. This helped alleviate short-term pressure on the exchange rate. In addition, the SBV's first gold bullion auction section, aiming to increase gold market supply, is scheduled to take place next week. Incoming remittances to Ho Chi Minh City reached nearly $2.9 billion in the first quarter of this year, up over 35% year-on-year. This is also the highest growth rate in 3 years, according to the State Bank of Vietnam's, or SBV, branch in Ho Chi Minh City. The increase in remittances has had a positive impact on the country's socio-economic development, despite the global economic downturn and complex geopolitical conflicts. Remittances from Asian regions still constitute the largest portion, making up nearly 60%. Several long-term projects in Thủ Đức City and Ho Chi Minh City have undergone review and received investment approval for immediate execution. This outcome stems from Resolution 98, which pilots specific mechanisms and policy for urban development in Ho Chi Minh City. The move is expected to boost public-private partnership projects in the city.
These 6 businesses represent recently approved projects by the Thủ Đức City and Ho Chi Minh City, each granted investment policy approval. All 6 projects focus on housing development with a combined proposed investment capital of over 6,860 billion Vietnamese dong and a total land use area of more than 146,000 meters squared. This approval signifies the completion of initial legal formalities for each project. It also establishes a foundational legal framework for these businesses.
We are truly delighted, as the legal process poses significant challenges for both investors and governmental authorities. The approval provides motivation, opportunities, and increased confidence for us.
Administrative procedures have stood out as a primary hindrance, causing delays in the implementation of numerous projects and adversely impacting business development for many years. Many enterprises find themselves compelled to secure loans to push forward with their initiatives.
Administrative procedures are very important for both businesses and individuals. When a business has a project with complete legal documents, it can call for investment from domestic and foreign partners.
Eliminating difficulties for long-standing projects in Thủ Đức City will not only breathe new life into local projects, but also energize the entire Ho Chi Minh City. Following the approval of these 6 projects, Thủ Đức City will proceed to address the remaining 17 social housing projects in the area.
Now, amid Vietnam's complex and lengthy regulations and procedures concerning work permits for foreign workers, the government has issued Decree 70. This decree amends and supplements various regulations regarding work permits for foreign employees in Vietnam. This simplification is expected to offer numerous benefits to both foreign workers and employers, fostering trust and attracting more foreign investors to Vietnam.
One of the highlights of Decree 70, issued on September 18, 2023, is that foreign workers only need to have graduated from university or higher and have at least 3 years of work experience suitable for the job position they plan to work in Vietnam. Employers will now only need to report to the authorities 15 days in advance of the commencement of a foreign worker's employment, instead of the previous 30 days. With these changes, applying for a work permit for a foreign teacher like Alex has become much more convenient and faster.
The major things we've seen a difference in is the reduction of paperwork, which has helped us all enormously. It saved us time, it saved us money, it means it's easier and a lot more efficient.
Recently we've noticed some real benefits from changes to work permit regulations. So one of them is the reduction in time that we need to inform the authorities before having a new worker. This has really helped us reduce time and also reduce delays in obtaining the work permits as well. So it's been really smooth and beneficial to us, yeah.
With globalization, the cross-border movement of labor is becoming inevitable. Notably, the influx of foreign workers in Vietnam has been steadily rising year after year. While businesses and associations have observed improvements in work permit regulations, there remains substantial groundwork to be covered in establishing conducive conditions for foreign workers in Vietnam.
There are industries cannot be developed without foreign workers. I would say experts, like managers, high-skilled people. They are like IT experts, they are managers, they are like scientists. Highly specialized people should be treated differently because it's a different need from the economy to have these people.
The new regulations issued in September 2023 are welcome news for foreign investors, but we also want to improve further. We don't just need experts, we also need some middle managers and direct workers. It's evident that improvements in work permit procedures are closely linked to the investment expansion efforts of foreign investors.
Investor confidence increases when the government prioritizes addressing and streamlining paperwork challenges, particularly regarding foreign work permit. This proactive approach allows them to expand their operations and maintain stability in Vietnam. As a result, businesses can pursue further investment opportunities in Vietnam.
The One Commune, One Product or OCOP program is being implemented nationwide, focusing on developing each locality's strengths. Many agricultural and forestry products have been upgraded to become OCOP products, meeting new criteria on production process, quality control, design, and food safety. OCOP has contributed to changing the thinking and awareness of people and businesses, creating a bridge between manufacturers and consumers.
Ngoc's 5-hectare farm is planted with mulberry trees and artichokes. Coconut trees are mixed in to create shade for the other plants. All are fertilized with organic fertilizers. The harvested fruits will be made into juice and fruit wine. These products are OCOP 3-star certified. According to Ngoc, achieving this certification requires not only organic growth and fertilization, but also careful attention to the processing stage.
We harvest mulberries and artichokes, soak them thoroughly, dry them, and then let them ferment naturally. Our products are naturally fermented, can be stored for a long time without the use of preservatives, and are very safe for consumers.
In recent years, alongside ensuring product quality, craft villages have also focused on investing in design, technology, branding, and OCOP certifications. According to businesses in fish sauce craft villages, in order for products to receive OCOP certification, they must meet strict standards at all stages. OCOP products help to open up the markets.
We build the tanks with stainless steel to ensure food safety. The fish used in the fermentation process are fresh, and the salt must be of decent quality.
The OCOP certification makes it easier for our products to enter supermarkets. The 5-star OCOP certification is an indicator that our products are ready for export. We have exported fish sauce to discerning markets such as Japan, South Korea, and the Czech Republic.
According to the data from the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, by the end of 2023, the country had over 11,000 OCOP products. Among them, nearly 70% are 3-star products, nearly 30% are 4-star products, and 42 are recognized as 5-star OCOP products.
Now let's take a look at the foreign exchange rate of today, April 19th. Coming up next on VTV News. Chang'an Landscape Complex, a globally significant mixed heritage site. And renowned musician Kenny G highlights Hanoi's beauty in latest music video. Moving on to other news, Vietnam Day of Persons with Disabilities comes on April 18th each year. Vietnam has 7.6 million people with disabilities, accounting for 7.06% of the population. The country promulgated the law on people with disabilities in 2010 and ratified the International Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities, or CRPD, in 2015. Since then, Vietnam has made significant progress in supporting and protecting the rights of these people.
As a person with severe disability, Big Ngọc does not have to pay for railway tickets. In addition, she also receives free medical examinations and treatment in accordance with her health insurance card.
For the past 10 years, people with disabilities have received free medical services. We also get free bus rides, helping us to travel and to meet others easily. This in turn has encouraged me to become more confident.
Besides access to transportation and healthcare, the party and state prioritizes support policies for people with disabilities. Over 81% of primary school-age students with disabilities attend school at the proper age. Among them, 95% of students study in inclusive schools. Nearly 5% of students study in specialized schools and classes.
There are clear regulations on tuition exemption and reduction for eligible students, as well as priority in admission and enrollment.
As a middle-income country, Vietnam's progress, especially when it comes to social assistance and social protection, has been commendable. So 94% of those Vietnamese who are considered to have severe disability or very severe disability, more than 91% of Vietnamese receive free healthcare with disabilities, like a comprehensive framework that includes healthcare, it includes education, it includes employment and sports and access to information.
In addition to empowering support, each person with disability also strives to integrate and contribute to society.
We are working with authorities to provide insights on effective policies to incorporate people with disabilities into society. Additionally, we also organize programs to raise public awareness on the role of people with disabilities in our community.
Vietnam has ratified the National Program on People with Disabilities in accordance with international convention and policies on the rights of people with disabilities. These efforts have affirmed Vietnam's commitment to ensure a fair and sustainable future for all, leaving no one behind.
This month, the Chang'an Scenic Landscape Complex will mark its 10th anniversary since being recognized as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. It is notable as Vietnam's and Southeast Asia's first mixed heritage site, a rare distinction worldwide, meeting both culture and nature criteria. More than just captivating mountain and water views, Chang'an holds invaluable historical records that document human adaptation to environmental changes over more than 30,000 years.
Researchers suggest that the scenic complex seen today in Chang'an underwent numerous geological and climatic transformations tens of millions of years ago. Notably, Chang'an is distinguished by its role as a habitat for prehistoric communities from around 25 to 30,000 years ago.
The development process of Chang'an area and its surroundings over tens of thousands of years up to the present day necessitates thorough research and analysis of its cultural heritage. The Chang'an complex represents an unbroken continuum intertwined with human adaptation to the environment across the Chang'an landscape.
During the Middle Holocene period, caves nestled within the cliffs of Chang'an became repositories for prehistoric human remains, fossilized artifacts, and food remnants spanning millions of years. These sites offer invaluable insights into human history and heritage.
Ideally, we want to get more detailed information if we can. There are techniques available now where we can extract DNA from ancient bones.
Not just a natural World Heritage property, it is a cultural World Heritage property as well, which means that we pay as much attention to the people.
A decade after its recognition as a World Cultural and Natural Heritage Site, Chang'an remains under strict protection. Lauded by UNESCO as a paragon of balance between preservation and progress. Notably, the British newspaper Daily Mail has recently hailed Chang'an as one of the top 10 crowd-free wonders of the world.
The Tuyên Quang Provincial Tourism Area Management Board recently organized a tourism promotion program at the Tân Trào tourist area using real products. The theme of the program was Back to the Revolutionary Base. With this program, the locality aims to develop the Tân Trào tourist area into a national tourist area and a competitive tourist destination. In addition to highlighting the values of revolutionary relics, such as the capital of liberation area and the capital of resistance, the locality also promotes tourism products to enhance their value, affirm the local tourism brand, and increase its competitiveness in the domestic and international markets. The improvement of tourism services will thus boost tourism revenue and create jobs for local residents. With the development of the entertainment industry, many music videos in recent years have portrayed a positive image of Vietnam and its people. Some songs have acted as messengers, enticing individuals to come and explore Vietnam. World-renowned saxophonist and composer Kenny G will be releasing a music video featuring images of Hanoi, contributing to showcasing the capital city's beauty to people around the world.
Kenny G's saxophone songs are well known to Vietnamese music lovers. For Kenny G, each visit to Vietnam and Hanoi feels a homecoming. Consequently, he's collaborated with Nhân Dân newspaper to produce the song Going Home in an effort to promote tourism in Hanoi.
This song is so famous that its melody is easily recognizable. We want to make everyone feel that coming to Hanoi is like returning home. Hanoi welcomes everyone to the country with openness. I hope this message reaches everyone. That's why we chose the song Going Home.
Scenes shot at Hoàn Kiếm Lake, the Temple of Literature, or the Imperial Citadel of Thăng Long appear in the MV, showcasing the typical architectural works and the rhythm of life in the cities that's over 1,000 years old.
I hope the video will be a meaningful gift for all of you. I am very happy to be here.
Over the past few months, we have essentially traveled the world, seeking permissions from record labels and individuals who own minor parts of the song's intellectual property. Fortunately, we have now obtained all necessary copyright clearances to officially launch the music video and promote tourism in Hanoi.
The program's organizers aim to showcase a friendly and beautiful Hanoi to tourists and international friends by promoting its tourism through the music of a renowned artist like Kenny G.
The Vietnamese film Bên trong vỏ kén vàng, or Inside the Golden Cocoon, by director Phạm Thiên Ân, has won the Best Film Award at the 21st Asian Film Festival in Rome, Italy. This is also the most prestigious award at the festival. Accepting the award on behalf of the film crew, Vietnamese ambassador to Italy Dương Hải Hưng emphasized that this marks the first time a Vietnamese film has claimed the top prize at the Asian Film Festival in Italy. The film crew's efforts have contributed to honoring and affirming the development of Vietnamese cinema on the international stage. Coming up next in our world news. Explosion reported as tensions arise between Iran and Israel. And a Fed likely to maintain high interest rates due to stable job market. Moving on to our world news. Iran's new agency IRNA on Friday reported that the country activated air defense systems in several cities after explosions were heard near the central city of Isfahan, where one of Iran's nuclear sites is located. Meanwhile, ABC News quoted a U.S. official saying this was an Israeli missile attack on Iran in retaliation for the April 13th attack. The target of the attack and the extent of damage are currently unknown. On Thursday, a senior Iranian Revolutionary Guards commander Ahmad Havtalab said that Iran could review its nuclear doctrine if there is any threat or action against its nuclear facilities from Israel. Also on the same day, Iran's Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdollahian said at the UN Security Council that if Israel takes any further military action against Iran, it will give a decisive and a proper response. India began voting on Friday in the world's largest election. This is the most important political event of the 1.4 billion Indian people, aiming to choose the position of India's Prime Minister in the next 5-year term. Voting is split into 7 phases across different states, lasting nearly 6 weeks in total. India will have 969 million eligible voters, more than 10% of the world's population. They will elect 543 members to the lower house of parliament. The party with the majority will form a government and appoint one of its winning candidates as prime minister. Labor market indicators are continuing to boost the U.S. economy, and it may cause the U.S. Federal Reserve, or Fed, to delay cutting interest rates. According to data released by the United States Department of Labor on Thursday, claims for state unemployment benefits were unchanged at a seasonally adjusted 212,000 for the week ended April 13th, lower than the previously forecasted 215,000 claims. The resilience of the labor market, along with rising inflation, has led some economists to predict the Fed may delay cutting interest rates until September this year. Beneath the pristine waters off Thailand's Phuket Island, an environmental threat looms large as divers work to disentangle abandoned fishing gear from coral, which have been trapped unsuspectingly fish inside.
Abandoned, lost, or discarded fishing gear, also known as ghost gear, are the deadliest form of marine plastic litter. This marine waste comprises ropes, nets, lines, traps and other fishing equipment often made up of durable plastics. An estimated 1 million tons of ghost gear are lost in the ocean each year. Over time, they will break down into microplastics, contributing to marine plastic pollution, impacting marine creatures and humans through seafood ingestion. In Thailand, there are several scuba diving groups working to remove ghost gear from reefs through cleanup missions.
We constantly collect discarded fishing gear. We have a strong scuba diving community. We have many government sectors working on this cleanup dive. However, even though there is a collection of waste, there is no uniform data collection. Some people collect waste and take it to the landfill. Some people collect and weigh it or count pieces, but there is still no standard for collecting data from this waste.
Off the shore of Phuket on an April morning, 9-year-old Wulawalan Thyrawatayanan stood out from a group of 20 amateur divers as she penned down notes intently on her clipboard.
If we collected underwater waste, we would be able to separate and identify what type of waste it is.
The collected data, which is shared among environmental organizations, is used to determine the extent of the ghost gear at a particular location and its environmental impact on the area, and could prove crucial in implementing policy and legislation in the future.
Now let's take a look at the weather forecast. And that's all the news we have for this hour. To rewatch our program, you can download our mobile app at VTVgo or check out our YouTube channel, VTV4Go. Thank you for watching and see you next time.